to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Now, more than ever, all U.S. veterans need your help. If you have an old car, truck, or van, you can donate it today and help them. And they'll come pick it up for free. Plus, the money raised helps our nation's disabled veterans and their families. Call the number on your screen right now. Within a few days, we'll come and tow it away for free, running or not. And the proceeds greatly help U.S. veterans. So please call right now.
Life in Dothan, Alabama is poetry in motion. It's about the people you love, the communities you build, and the journeys you walk every day. And at Fox 34, our goal is staying one step ahead with news and weather at 9 p.m.
An hour earlier, home is where the heart is. And our team has our hearts and our minds centered on the homegrown stories that help to tell your story. Get local news at the right time.
With Fox 34 News at 9.
This fall, it's the new season. Get ready.
Weekdays on Fox 34.
Name someone you have a crush on.
Older men.
It's a whole new season of Steve. New Family Feud starts September 23rd.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on Fox 34.
Fox College Football sponsored by KFC. It is finger looking good. Let the band play on. They are happy here at 28-7. They just received word during the timeout that UNLV had upset Kansas just a few miles east of here in Kansas City, playing at the Sporting KC Soccer Stadium tonight. Barry Odom's now 2-0 against Big 12 competition at UNLV. That pass is caught, but look at the convergence on defense. A loss of 3 as Jeremiah Patterson caught the ball, and then
all of those other Wildcats were all over him, like bees to honey.
Yeah, it was a screenplay, but there was nobody out in front to block, and these linebackers for Kansas State are flowing. And the leader of the charge right there, number 32, Desmond Purnell.
2nd and 13. Fafita looking for T-Mac, and he's got, boy, just wonderful footwork along that sideline, and then patience for the ball as he really didn't have to high point it, didn't have to jump, but that size really serves him well.
Take a look at this coverage. It's cover 2. We're going to have Garbers going back, and then you're going to get a guy in the flat. They're bracketing him, and he still finds a way to get the ball in there. A nice job of Fafita with the throw, but a very nice job of the wide receiver, McMillan, making sure he widens to get away from those defenders.
10 catches, 132 yards. Upwards of what he did against New Mexico in week 1. There he is again on the receiving end, running a little curl route. And Austin Romaine popped him, number 45, the middle linebacker. Gain of 6.
Austin Romaine had dreams of an interception there.
He sure did.
He was driving on that one, and it just ends up with a nice hit.
Well, looking forward to hearing Connor Onion and our friend Mark Helfrich, the former Oregon coach. They'll be working that TCU game against UCF tomorrow night. 2 teams with a lot of fireworks as well in the Big 12 in prime time. Pisano, who had that big touchdown run, the Ole Miss transfer, number 3. Kedrick is going to get a lot of playing time with his team. He was mostly a special teamer playing for Lane Kiffin. Couldn't fit into that transfer portal-laden Ole Miss offense. Found a new home out in the desert.
What a nice job to get under the tight end, number 88, Kean Burnett. Big number 44 just crossed his face. And when you're a defensive end and you have a tight end blocking you, I remember I used to talk to Frank Clark, former Seahawk. He said, that's a win every time. A tight end is not blocking me.
3rd down, a yard to go. Conley bouncing it outside, and he stopped shy. Boy, what a maneuver. What magnificent work by Marquise Seagull, the free safety. Boy, he's outstanding.
When we talked to him yesterday, he was furious at how Kansas State's defense played in the first half a week ago, and he was the catalyst to go into the locker room to make sure they play better. And it was plays like this coming down in one-on-one opportunities and making plays that made him comfortable to go in and tell his team what he expects.
Well, they're 3 out of 3 on 4th down this year. They need one now to keep this drive and the game alive. From under center, Fafita. Underneath, incomplete. Again, tremendous defense. And converging is Colby McAllister. Number 2, the strong safety. Knocking it away from Olsen.
We talked about relentless pursuit. McAllister comes from the opposite side and tracks this ball down, and it is incomplete to get his offense back on the field when we return.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh, no, they missed it. Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
This is not a drill. Subway dropped the price on all their subs. 20% off any sub, any size.
Subway did what? Any sub?
Yep. For a limited time, you get 20% off when you order it now. Hurry and get this deal before it's gone.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. CJ Stroud putting up points with My Lowe's Rewards.
He is really cleaning up.
Come on, man.
It's the cart. He's got all the cleaning supplies in his cart.
In-store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
What's up with your dad, Chloe?
Ever since he got AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy, he's been up on his high horse.
Best deal got me feeling like a big old cowboy.
That's a very high horse. Perhaps you can wait in the waiting room?
I'll just go wait in the waiting room. Here we go.
Ride high with AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6.
Question. If you can't see what's behind all this, how do you already know? It's Jeep. Probably the same way you know if a T-Rex is chasing a Jeep Wrangler.
It's getting away.
Yep. Or if it takes you places that make you say, whoa! And their hair looks like this, or someone says,
The door's closed.
Then you just know what it was, what it is, and what it always will be. Because when you're an original, there's only one.
You want to be a lifeguard? This is the real deal.
Fox College Football sponsored by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Well, when you're backing up VJ Payne, you better play with intentionality. Colby McAllister did just that.
Yeah, I talked about McAllister tracking him from the opposite side of the field. Watch him do it. This is an outstanding job making sure that he gets in and stops that play from happening.
Dylan Edwards carries it out ahead past the 40 to the 41-yard line. Chuba Ma'ai, number 92, makes the stop. The big senior from Long Beach, California. 2nd down and 6.
This is gut check time. Right, this game is not out of reach because of the style of play for Arizona. They can go quickly. However, you cannot give up points on this drive. You have to find a way to get Kansas State off the field, and you need to do it fairly quickly.
Oh, what a play fake. Now Johnson's under duress. But again, he just has such an understanding of where he is and how much room he's got. And he easily gets the first down yardage. And he made it look like a casual play.
Dude, he's like a gazelle, right?
He is.
Watch this gazelle in the wild with all these lions, these cats chasing after him. And he's just kind of moseying his way down. Doesn't look like he's running that fast. And then, out of bounds. First down. So impressive to watch. Just gliding down the field.
One more time. Why not? Just do it yourself, number 2. Yeah, it's amazing. You see a player like this, and there are a lot of eyeballs on this game tonight, and a star may be in the making right here on Friday Night Lights.
It was all over the film when I watched Arizona. In week 1 against New Mexico, they did not do a very good job of setting the edge and stopping the quarterback from breaking contain. And now you see it rearing its ugly head, and Avery is most certainly cooking.
101 yards now after that 26-yard gain on the ground for Johnson. A little bit of a power eye look here as Dylan Edwards gets ahead. When you see a player of this magnitude, this caliber, it's amazing the people you hear from that are football people. I know you do too, but an old friend of mine, youngster I knew from way back when, Josh Booty, has worked with him some, knows all about him. Josh, of course, was a first-round pick for the Marlins, and as well as a quarterback, an all-SEC quarterback at LSU in the early 2000s for Nick Saban. And he goes on and on about him in his text to me. And the football people always keep up, especially quarterbacks, with the new ones. You work with them too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really impressive kid outside of football as well.
2nd and 9. A little sprint out action. We got some pressure that time and wisely got rid of it in the direction of Keegan Johnson. We do have a flag down late. I wonder if we got a little unsportsmanlike there, because it was a late flag. Seemed to be thrown in the direction of a Wildcat, but let's see. Kevin Marr will tell us.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
That's one of those you see sometimes when the quarterback holds onto it and holds onto it.
And those are RPOs, right?
Yeah.
You kind of moving around, and they're blocking for a run play, and you get a little far down the field for Big Willis. And he's hard to miss. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. He's hard to miss. He's one of the biggest people on the planet. So when he's blocking and he starts to go to the second level there, you're not going to – and 75 as well, right?
Yeah.
Big Hecht was down there, too.
Got a big cast on that outside arm, too. Out of Durango, Colorado. 2nd and 14 now. Johnson sees room to the left-hand side and glides his way forward inside the 25. And they'll mark it at the 20, gain of 9.
I mean, it's almost like beating a dead horse, but I have to reiterate the ability to contain, right? Protect the outside, keep the outside arm free, force Avery underneath to your teammates. If you continue to allow him to just go outside around the defense, he's going to pick up yards, and this yards per rush is the disparity is huge. The rush yards, 224 to 46.
Something to think about, 2 tackles for losses, sacks. You go into the equation in yards rushing in college football. Pass is underneath and shy of the first down yardage. Really the last option for Johnson is Spivey, Trey Spivey, the redshirt freshman, gets his first target of the night. 4th down after the gain of 3.
It's like they're going to send the field goal unit out to kick a field goal. And I agree. Take the points. You're playing so well. You don't want to give Arizona a real chance. And I think this is a win for Arizona. After you give up such a long drive, you hold them to 3 instead of a touchdown to give yourself a chance here in this game.
Yeah, and you're going to need your kicker to have some moments in big games, closer games, where he boots one through at a critical time. Arizona a little late getting their guys out there, and a quick timeout taken. Brennan had to do it, otherwise he was going to get caught with possibly too many people on the field. He's voicing his disapproval to the officials about it. Probably felt he needed time to get his field goal defense out there.
Timeout. Arizona. 30 seconds.
I believe there was some uncertainty as to whether they were going to go for 4th down or they were going to do a field goal, and now they're rushing to get their guys out there.
Take a look at big number 8, Sterling Lane, the second. Move the referee out of the way there, trying to get in and get set. I mean, we talked about Kansas State being relentless. He was relentless to get that referee out of his way so he could rush this field goal.
Greg Brennan, as a player, was a original walk-on at UCLA. And his coach, the wide receiver coach at that time, under Terry Donahue, was Rick Neuheisel. And Rick takes great pleasure in saying that he got that kid ready to go in for a play in the Rose Bowl. That was one of the great moments in his days as an assistant coach, to get that young man an opportunity to have a ball thrown his direction in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
You know, Tim, you're one of the great storytellers in our business. I've been at it a long time. Outstanding, man. I mean, you have a story for every single thing that's ever happened in football, and it's very impressive. And some of them I know about, and some of them, I have no idea what you're talking about. And,
my wife complains that I tell some of those in my sleep while dreaming.
I'm telling you, I bet you do.
Terry has said that. You got to shut up, man. I'm tired of hearing these stories. Tennant boots it through. Okay, everybody can say hi to Terry now.
Hi, Terry.
An agent with the FBI has been abducted.
What trouble will this cause?
The devastating kind.
Black hole.
I want some answers.
You don't have any idea what you're asking.
Maybe that's what a ghost is. The absence of answers in the shape of a person.
FX is The Old Man. On FX. Stream on Hulu.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Oop, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
I'm recruiting fans who stay focused and never miss a play. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans.
You can only get Wendy's new saucy nugs at Wendy's. So if anyone ever tries to tell you they have saucy nugs at home, you might want to see what else they're hiding, because that person lies. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
It's a huge day of football on Fox. And we kick things off with Big Noon Saturday. Elite dual threat Jalen Milroe leads the new-look Alabama Crimson Tide, while Wisconsin looks to shock the nation. Then, it's a new chapter in an age-old rivalry as Heisman hopeful Dylan Gabriel leads Oregon against Oregon State. It all kicks off with Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
I hope Fox goes out in the tailgate lots. You want to go to a place where football is important. You have a crew out there when those buses come up, and it is electric, and it sends chills down your spine to see the enthusiasm and passion for what college football is. Doesn't get any better than that.
Coach, don't you worry. Steve Grant is the best DNG cameraman in college football. We got him out there today. 57th season of football here at Kansas State. And this place has really grown and is a thing of beauty now. Jeremiah Patterson awaits the kick, and here he comes. And ahead to the 28-yard line before being pushed back. What a day. Not one, not two, but a troika of football tomorrow. Starts with the Badgers at home. Jump around, baby. Against Alabama. Then the Beavs. Little Civil War action. Oregon State. Then UCF and TCU. Jason Benetti and Brock Heward. And our friends Mark Helfrich and young Connor Onion will be on the call where the Horned Frogs are at home. Against UCF, you'll see Gus Malzahn's offense. He's got a new QB that could make some noise. Arizona now trying to make it respectable here in the closing moments. Fafita's been shut down. Some penalties have had a lot to do with that. He's really been productive, and so has T-Mac in a lot of respects, but they have gotten in their own way with penalties and turnovers. That was a gain of 10 first down.
Defensive coordinator Joe Klannerman is going to play with 2 safeties back for Kansas State and make sure that Arizona takes the long way to the end zone. And I'm just telling you, he coaches the safety specifically, so they're not going to give up big plays here.
Out of the shotgun again, Fafita with time. Curl pattern that's caught by Montana Lamonius Craig. He's been very effective tonight. The senior from Inglewood. 28 catches a year ago, 5 of them coming against Colorado. Here's Fafita.
Something that's kind of crazy. He doesn't use the laces for the most part, right? He's sitting there with plenty of time to find the laces, and a guy of smaller stature with maybe smaller hands, that's really impressive that he has the grip strength to make those throws so accurately without the laces.
Threw for 354 in the Alamo Valero Bowl.
Without the laces.
Without the laces. How about that? Lamonius Craig on the receiving end, a little curl towards the boundary, 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
This is exactly what Kansas State wants, right? It's not going to be death by 1,000 cuts. It's going to be death by 1,000 cuts for Arizona if they don't create some explosive plays, just because, like you love to say, tick, 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 tick. 5 minutes and 30 seconds and counting for this Arizona football club.
Rosano is checked in the backfield now. And Fafita will check it down to him. And he has the first down at the 40-yard line of the Wildcats of Kansas State. Austin Moore with the tackle, the senior from Lewisburg, Kansas. So much news being made from week to week with these upsets. You know, you had Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame last week. There have been a few other surprises. We touched on UNLV tonight. Hey, they beat Houston and Kansas the first couple of weeks. Barry Odom's done a great job taking over there. They're probably saying to the Pac-12, what about us?
Yeah.
You need to start thinking about us as you expand. That announcement came overnight just a couple of nights ago. Montana Lamonius Craig on the receiving end. We were just out in Pullman and we were talking about what they could do to expand that league in 2026, and Pac-12 wisely now is looking to bring in some of those Mountain West teams.
Arizona has been fairly casual, to say the least. I mean, they're huddling. They're not really in that hurry up. They need to be in 2-minute offense for the rest of this football game, or they're just not going to have enough time. You can see the wide receivers are just kind of moseying out, getting lined up, taking their time. That is not conducive to their success here in the rest of this game.
Looking for T-Mac in the corner. What a catch. And he lost it on the way down. Boy, oh boy, I thought he had it. But he lost it on the way down or was stepping out of bounds. Maybe that was the story.
Yeah,
let's take a look.
His left foot is going to go out of bounds.
Look at this, though. My goodness. That's a catch.
Maybe the toe was out of bounds. We saw it in the Ravens Kansas City Chiefs game. Yeah. The tip of that toe looks like it's going to be on the white, and because he has red tips of the shoes, you can clearly see.
Oh, that is so close.
If he's wearing white shoes, though, we got some action, you know.
That is so close.
But how about the catch steal? Even though the feet aren't down, the ability to go one hand with the defender on you, I like to call it a combat catch, and still secure it, so impressive.
I think they're going to look at it. There's no question that is an NFL receiver, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the name. Teteroa McMillan.
They call him T-Mac.
Tippy-toeing along the sideline.
When they're dehydrated from heat, flu, or exertion, get Pedialyte, the #1 doctor-recommended brand for hydration. Wait, isn't this for kids?
And for me.
Adults. Pedialyte. Really?
Crazy, huh?
Come on, really?
Really?
Huh. Grown-ups. All right, then. But
it's too hot to have this conversation.
Too hot.
Right. Well, when you're feeling super hot or super not, it's Pedialyte. Yes, really.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does. Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank. For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
As DA, Kamala Harris shielded illegal immigrant criminals from deportation. Instead of deporting one drug-dealing illegal, Kamala picked him for a jobs program, a job he couldn't legally hold, helping clear his criminal record. Kamala's hand-picked illegal then nearly killed a woman. It could have been prevented, but Kamala put her liberal values ahead of our safety.
My values have not changed.
That's what scares us. Kamala is dangerously liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Burger King, we flame grilled our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
With multi-view on NFL Sunday Tickets, every game can be the most important game. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Watch every game, every Sunday, all in one place.
126, first on the scene.
Chlorine gas.
Fall back! 126, you copy.
911 Lone Star premieres September 23rd on Fox.
Well, you know, I say give him some points for just the athletic endeavor that it takes to accomplish that, but no, you could not overturn that. His history as a volleyball player, the Polynesian game, there's so many of them that are great volleyball players. That's what helps him so much in high-pointing the ball the way he does. Can you imagine that guy spiking a ball after the setter got it right where he needed it? Playing some beach volleyball.
Have you ever seen Meet the Parents? I'm sure a lot of people have had broken, bloody noses because of him.
Look at this. You did that in practice, didn't you?
Yeah, all the time. I would just go out and, go out with the opposite hand, go between the legs twice. It's just what I do.
Yeah, take that, Odell Beckham. Look out. Incomplete. I think he heard the footsteps. That was Chris Hunter, number 16, the redshirt sophomore, and I think he heard some footsteps right there of B.J. Payne, number 19.
Yeah, and that's B.J. Payne trusting his gift. When we talked to the coaching staff, they said, he's got everything. He's tall, he's long, he's run 23 miles per hour, but sometimes he hesitates because he just doesn't always trust his gifts, and they said he's getting more and more comfortable. That's him playing that half safety and trusting his gifts and making a play.
Yeah, he's 4th down and 10. Sort of interesting that McMillan's not out there. They go empty. And here's the pass towards Hunter, incomplete. So they're stopped on downs, and K-State will take over, and this demolition in the second half rolls on. Arizona came into this game on a 9-game win streak, which was tops in the country in the aftermath of the Michigan loss last week. What a performance tonight, though. The Friday Night Spotlight, sponsored by KFC. It is finger-licking good, and this guy is really good. Avery Johnson, what a performance.
Yeah, I highlighted him in the open for a reason. Even with the big mistake before half, he responded. You got to remember, guys, this is a 19-year-old true sophomore, voted a captain, earned the respect of his teammates. He's worked on his passing from the pocket, and when he gets on the outside, he is scary good.
By the way, they had 110 yards of rushing to that total of offense in the air for him. And DJ Giddens gets big-time yardage, but a marker down, thrown back near the line of scrimmage, where holding would be the preliminary indication. Gain of 21 that will be negated.
Holding, offense number 83, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
I've had a lot of questions about this, partner. Before we get off the air tonight, I got to ask you about it. We had Wisconsin a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
You know and I know that Phil Longo kept a lot in the arsenal that he didn't show that night, and I would tell you the same thing happened with North Dakota last week. Mm-hmm. What are their chances as a 16.5-point underdog against Alabama at home?
I think it remains to be seen. because we don't exactly know who Alabama is just yet.
True.
Right? And
True.
like you said, Wisconsin held a lot back.
They did.
Because they knew that Alabama was on the horizon. So I'm really interested to see. And guess what? Because of these Friday night games, we'll be able to watch, baby.
And by the way, if you think this was fun and the atmosphere was electric tonight, Nebraska, look out. Big Red is back in the top 25 for the first time since 2019. It's been a long time. And they have a chance, if you look at their schedule, to get to Ohio State 7-0.
Yeah.
And Illinois is going to come in. Brett Bielema's team.
Illinois is not going to let it happen easy.
And
now.
they got fresh off of a victory against Kansas last week. And they were an underdog in that game, the Illini.
I'm really looking forward to diving into the film on the young quarterback, Dylan Raiola, another Elite 11 kid who came in with a lot of hype, really worked on outside of just the physical part of being a quarterback, the mental part of the game. Right. And you can see it just bleeding out in front of the whole country.
And you get to meet Larry the Cable Guy.
I don't know who that is, but I will.
Yeah. You'll love him. Get her done. Get her done. He's Mater.
What?
Mater. You know Mater. You know Mater. Hell yeah, you know Mater. Of course he knows Mater. He's a baby, this guy I'm working with.
Eric Henry. Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Oh!
Okay, and this is Auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Oh!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
On Season 7 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the new era of college football has arrived.
What's it mean, Sheriff?
The 12-team playoff. It's here.
And it's getting stranger than ever.
Someone's stealing our signs!
Dad, is it true that I was born a Tech fan?
No!
The landscape is shifting.
I hate radio conference.
The cast is growing.
I'm a new character.
And the game is changing.
They didn't put Dr. Pepper in this game? So unrealistic. We waited 11 years for nothing!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey! Zach!
Oh, wow, I didn't think you'd remember me.
Yeah, of course. As soon as I saw you, I'm like, it's Zach. Nobody looks like Zach.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming.
Dog, for $5, these are prime time deal. This, or this?
Oh, for $5, legendary.
These deals, prime time, only at KFC. We back, baby.
Fox College Football, sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The color, the pageantry, the pomp, the circumstance, it's all been with us tonight. Yeah, a lot of happy K-State fans out in Aggieville tonight. A lot of the guys in our crew, Scotty Hayes, Scott Alexander, Michael Barshop, our broadcast associate and I, we're out there this afternoon walking through the lovely entertainment area in Manhattan, just off campus. There's DJ Giddens getting out to about the 28-yard line, giving 5 yards, 3rd down and 5, and a timeout taken.